Good morning, NBC. This is Pastor Charlie coming to you with the Word of God today. August 23rd, 2022. I'm reading from Genesis chapter 12, verses 10 through 20 from the NIV. Now there was a famine in the land, and Abram went down to Egypt to live there for a while because the famine was severe. As he was about to enter Egypt, he said to his wife Sarai, "I know what a beautiful woman you are. When the Egyptians see you, they will say, 'This is his wife.' Then they will kill me, but will let you live. Say you're my sister, so that I will be treated well for your sake, and my life will be spared because of you." Then Abram came to Egypt. The Egyptians saw that Sarai was a very beautiful woman. And when Pharaoh's officials saw her, they praised her to Pharaoh, and she was taken into his palace. He treated Abram well for her sake, and Abram acquired sheep and cattle, male and female donkeys, male and female servants, and camels. But the Lord inflicted serious diseases on Pharaoh and his household because of Abram's wife Sarai. So Pharaoh summoned Abram. "What have you done to me?" he said. "Why didn't you tell me she was your wife? Why did you say she's my sister, so that I took her to be my wife? Now then, here's your wife, take her and go." Then Pharaoh gave orders about Abram to his men, and they sent him on his way with his wife and everything he had. This is the word of the Lord. This is one of those places in the Bible where we see, I guess you could say a couple things. Deception and cowardice. If you want to be very strict about the mores of what's going on. I mean, I have a more generous view of Abram. Now, Abram is just an ordinary man. He's not like this warrior types. He's in a foreign land, and he's very much concerned about him being alive. And I mean, when I was younger, I used to read this. Oh man, how could he make up such a lie about his wife? Well, self-preservation. Even Sarai might have thought that it would be better for her husband to be alive and to know that he's alive than to have him die and she be a widow, right? That's one way. And another thing is, even though this journey began because God said, "Look, go leave your home country, leave your household, and then go to the land I'll show you." Even though he was journeying with God, he forgot that there was a protection, because just the verses before, there's the Abrahamic covenant. God says, "I'll bless those who bless you and curse those who curse you." There is that divine protection. And we see actually this playing into effect. So, now the background story on this is that Abram and Sarai, they're pretty old. I mean, she's like nearly 90s. And I don't know how beautiful of a woman she was, that she was praised before the royal courts of Pharaoh, and she was taken into the palace. But because of this little device, little ruse, this little white lie that he tells for his preservation, Abram actually acquires some wealth. Sheep and cattle, male and female donkeys, male and female servants, and camels. So on account of this of Sarai, the Pharaoh and the Egyptians being smitten by the beauty of Sarai, on account of this, Abram makes out and he acquires some wealth. And of course, God will not allow this to proceed. He will not allow Sarai to be taken into the arms of other men, especially even Pharaoh. So we see the serious diseases that the Lord had inflicted, verse 17, on Pharaoh and his household because of Abram's wife Sarai. What have you done to me? Why didn't you tell me she was your wife? Well, the answer was self-preservation. Now, we are not, this is not about the morality or the failure of Abram as so much as the faithfulness of God. So we want to focus on the faithfulness of God, that he does deliver as God had promised. Abram is not left to wander and out to dry when he's traversing through this potentially dangerous journey into Egypt. So those of us who have a faith in God, and in spite of our devices, whether they work or not, if we really wholly trust God, he will not let us down. And for those of us who are like absolutely bent on doing God's will, even the worst things that could happen, we know that they happen for the ultimate goodness. And so that's the kind of preparation that we are discipled into living out. So I pray that each of us will take that as both a challenge and a blessing. And may you have a great, great week in the Lord. Brave week in Jesus' name.